All right, go ahead.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. The next Wasteless World Talks are here, and today with a very, very special guest. You know his face from the power of touch, but you don't know him from the Wasteless World Talks. And unfortunately, today Bill and Kevin cannot join, but next week they will. And I hope there will be four of us soon as well. Dr. Ash is here speaking to me from Pakistan. Or are you in London at the moment?
Hello, Michael. How are you?
I
It's
am
great to
fine.
see you.
I am fine.
I do believe we have certain signal problems in Pakistan in the evenings sometimes, but I think we should be all right after some time.
We will. And I have to reveal the term for today, and it is morning. And of course, my first
Oh,
question to you, Dr. Ash, when you close your eyes and you hear the term morning, what came first to your mind, please?
it's a very interesting word that you have put together today, Michael, because frankly, uh, when I awaken every morning, um, I feel how wonderful it is to be alive again. Uh, I don't know, but um after I turned into becoming a professor and started teaching, I had three phases in my life. Uh, One was with the military, of course, where I was entangled in a war and was lucky to be alive. But another was in the corporate world where I went sky high to the position of a managing director while educating myself, and then turned professor. And I taught exactly whatever I had learned. And when I turned professor, uh, I have turned into more of a philosopher, should I say, in the sense that I think a lot. And so when I rise in the mornings, every morning, I turn around and I say how wonderful it is to be alive and to be able to pass on whatever I've learned.
Um, when we wake up in the morning, I have a similar feeling. But time to time, and you know about it from the power of touch event, time to time during the night, a term, a word, or a thought came to me, which I turn into the topic of the discussion. Do you have something similar that the dream deliver answers or questions or anything that you really wake up in the morning and say, wow, it's a great time, great morning to think about this? Do you have something similar?
I do, exactly, Michael. Actually, sometimes I wake up alarmed because I've had a nightmare about something. I've been searching for something in my dreams, and I cannot reach out. I cannot find it. I don't know. You may call it the power of touch, what you're about, but we cannot touch other human beings in our dreams. Um, they go so far away that um, that's why I say that this topic is enchanting, should I say, in the sense that um, when I wake up, sometimes I wake up with a thought about the dream that I've had that actually turns into a nightmare when I wake up in the morning and think about what exactly happened. Um, I feel the palpitation of my heart because the dream stays on in one's mind, but then gradually, as the day goes on, you begin to lose touch with that dream because now you're in the real world.
Do you think that the terms morning and wake up are somehow must be connected, or do you think they can be separated and express something we can say completely different?
Yes, I do believe they're completely different. And the reason why I say that is because it's like, should I say, when the lungs actually breathe in air and breathe out. So, what you are breathing out is the night, and what you're inhaling or what you're breathing in is the morning. So, you're taking in air, or should I say, the way I believe, the way I think, that one has actually inhaled the morning. It's a breath of fresh air.
This is very interesting. This is very interesting. And uh, I am sure you know some people who say, morning, wow, it's horrible. I would like to sleep. There is quite a big share of these people. Why do you think it is so? Because you enjoy the morning, I do enjoy the morning. Why do you think the people say they don't enjoy it?
Well, I think I am pretty similar to their viewpoints also, Michael, because it's funny.
We just lost for some time the connection. We lost the voice of Dr. Ash and we lost the image. So I hope it will be recovered. In the meantime, I will speak and give you a brief overview of Dr. Ash because he is a very interesting person. He is running his own institute, education institute in Pakistan, but he is half British, half Pakistani, and he is, and this is for me the one of the most important part. He is the founder of the Foundation for World Peace, and he really does a lot of work related to world peace. And I have the honor to be the co-founder of this foundation. And it is we did not found it because we would like to become celebrities. We just want once. We would like to have the wasteless world, and wasteless world means the world without wars, among others, because war is the biggest waste of all. And I'm happy to meet Dr. Ash, I think 2 years or 3 years ago already, and we discussed many times and many topics together. So I hope he will be able to come back because the discussion with him, it's all the time fascinating because of his rich experience and knowledge. And it will be fascinating when Bill and Kevin will be there because there will be four of us. And we will have 40 minutes to discuss the next term. So I hope the connection will be recovered. But until then, I can speak to you. And when we speak about morning, I love mornings. I wake up around 4:32, not around 4:32. No alarm clock. I just set it up because it's convenient for me. And it seems like maybe Dr. Ash will be back.
Michael, are you with me?
Yes, right now I am with you. It's
I'm
fine.
sorry you got disconnected.
Don't worry. I spoke in the meantime. I introduced you a little bit more during the time, so it's everything is fine.
All right, that's great then. So we'll get back to your question. Can you kindly repeat your question?
Yes. Why do you think some of the people don't like mornings? And you
All
said
right.
one of them.
Yes, I do remember, in the sense that uh, you see, I think you have a very fuzzy feeling in your brain. I feel muggy, and that is the reason why whenever I hold meetings, I normally hold my meetings in the afternoons. Um, 3 p.m. is the best time for me in the afternoon. You'll be surprised, Michael. I think it's a worldwide phenomena. I think it's something very human. you don't feel quite alive. Now, I'm a very odd personality from that angle, in the sense that with my breakfast, I love my fried egg with a sausage or chicken or sardines or something of that sort. Of course, I have cornflakes, and then you'll be surprised I have a cup of tea, and then I drink a cup of coffee at the same time. And the two combined, because coffee actually wakes me up, and that is when my morning actually starts, as such.
Uh, in the noon discussion, I discussed with all the others, with Charito, Leslie, and you know all of them. Uh, I discussed that. I said there that I am able to sleep anytime, to be asleep anytime during the day or during the night, no matter where I am, what I'm doing. I can fall asleep, and at the same time, I wake up. I am able to do this very short sleeps, like 2 or 5 minutes, and I do recover. And one of the thoughts which was there was that morning, and I think it was Leslie. I'm not sure if it was Leslie or Charito. One of them says morning is for me not just the AM time, but when I wake up anytime, it's like the morning for me. Is it similar for you?
Yes, it is. In the sense that um, I just feel happy to be alive. Uh, it's another great day to be alive. Uh, I must tell you about a health phenomenon. I'm into health management also, as you know, besides artificial intelligence, which has taken the world by storm. And I've written a book about raising young leaders. And I do believe that whenever you get up in the morning, one does feel refreshed uh, to be alive. But it's a very difficult phenomena to think about what exactly might happen. It frightens you sometimes. Um because, should I say, the world is changing so very fast. And as we grow older, technology has confused us to the extent that we wonder how each morning will actually turn out.
Uh, you mentioned artificial intelligence, which I know you are really talking about, investigating about, researching about, and using AI as well. And my question is, do you think with AI and humanoid robots and all this technology development, the mornings will be better? Or let's ask different way. Do you think that with all these technologies, the number of the volume, or the number of people who would love to love the mornings will increase or it will decrease?
Oh, it's a depression. I think because a lot of people are reaching out to me, and very suddenly, I do believe that um, I don't know. It's probably uh, my other laptop. Also, let me just
Uh,
switch it off,
okay,
Michael. So
okay,
there's no problem as such.
it's fine.
Is it all right now, or is it?
I have you on two screens at the moment. I can switch one, but I don't know which one I should switch. So, uh, but you turn one off, and right now it should be fine. So try to speak.
All right, let me switch this one off. I'm sorry to have caused this interruption, but
Don't
uh,
worry.
all right, I think it should be off now. Um, I don't know, but
There is still echo. There is still echo. Uh,
all
let me try to mute this one, and I will try to unmute. You can unmute the second one, and I will mute this one. So if you try to unmute the second device right now, because then the connection, yeah, right now it's switched off. And if you unmute yourself on this device, it should be fine. You are right now muted. Yes. Let's try.
All right.
Yes, great.
So we are back to normal.
Yes, yes.
All right. I'm sorry about that because when the net went weak, I put on my second device, and I always believe in a backup system because that's the military training. And I switched that on and I left it on without realizing that I was so deeply involved in conversation with you. I hope it doesn't come back again because, uh, anyway. Oh gosh.
No, no, no. Don't worry. I cut it out. I cut it out.
Oh, good. Because I thought it had come on. All right. So please continue, Michael. Thank you very much.
The question was whether do you think that the AI and technology and everything around us will help bigger number of people to feel good about morning?
I heard very recently that Amazon had laid off 17,000 people, and it's been happening every 3 months virtually. That one hears that Amazon keeps on laying off people. I'm hearing worldwide, all over, that people are being laid off, and I am very sorry to say, uh, where I am cashing in, should I say, on people trying to understand artificial intelligence, and where I have events very trying to explain as to how they can actually start working. People, unfortunately, are being laid off work, and I think that is frightening by itself, where lots of people are not back, um, should I say, at the workplace. So it is frightening. It is difficult. It
You
is
know,
very difficult to understand.
the number of robots, let's call it employed at the moment by Amazon, reached last week 600,000. So it's the number is very, very high. And according to the latest report from China, they already employ 30, I think 300,000 robots, humanoid robots, need to say, which is scary. And I think that one reason for me to be happy to wake up in the morning is that I enjoy my work. I'm looking forward all the challenges, even they are not easy, they are difficult, there is many questions, but as you know, I love questions. So for me, waking up with the empty mind, open to everything, it's great. But the question is, if an if a robot or better a mobile phone or anything will help me to waking up with an empty mind. And I don't think so at the moment.
Well, I must take you back to the millennium, to the 2000, to the year 2000. Um, at that time, I was in Yokohama in Japan, and I traveled to Hino City, where they actually showed me as to how automobiles were being manufactured. And I was up on a very high pedestal with a glass front, and a Japanese advisor was actually showing me what was in front. And I can tell you, this was just about 25 years back, and I saw huge, giant arms actually turning trucks upside down and putting them, dipping them into paint, uh, the whole chassis and then turning them upright again and then moving them forward once more. And it was such an amazing sight. Um, where in Pakistan, we have factories that are labor intensive, uh, where manpower is being used. I just heard the whoosh of the robos moving. It was an amazing sight for me to see. And I was literally in a state of shock. And I can quite understand exactly what you're saying, Michael, because not only were they turning huge trucks upside down, but at the same time, they were actually um, turning screws onto the wheels as the vehicles moved forward. So that was the first shock to me. And I started thinking by myself. I said, oh my God, what's going to happen in the future? And that is something that we are into today. And more jobs are just not there. So that is where I would say, first thing in the morning, there are a lot of people who think and wonder as to whether they'll be working tomorrow or not.
You said during the conversation that because of your military background, you like backup. This is why you run to computers and so on to really be prepared for the Zoom. Do you think a morning has a backup? There is a backup for morning?
In what sense?
That's the right
Back up.
question. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it just came to my mind whether there can be something like if I wake up in the morning the wrong way, I will sleep 2 more minutes and I will wake up the better way. Something like that, but I cannot express it correctly. I just have this feeling that some
Well,
people, yes.
um, I don't. I can't say. It depends upon the intellectual powers, probably. Of it may vary from person to person, in the sense that I do think that sometimes you have to actually uh, be an intellectual to be able to get a grip on things. And there is nothing that I have not tried. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid as such. A lot of people are haven't seen the world the way I have, Michael, and that is why they might be scared about getting up in the morning and wondering what's going to happen tomorrow. But I'm not. I'm very different. Um, Having been, as you mentioned, in the military and then into the corporate world and finally teaching whatever I've learned, I've learned to take things as they are. And I probably do have that kind of a backup system that you mentioned also. Uh, that I would say it's your intellect, it's your thinking power, it's your brain, where you can actually, um, you have got so used to doing things. You'll be surprised to know that in the last 10 years, I've even had 4 houses constructed. And so I have learned a lot about construction. I have dealt with contractors, I've dealt with electricians, I have dealt uh, with plumbers, and I've dealt with people who have to lay tiles also. And it's something that is absolutely different. There's so much of noise as compared to um working in an office. It's so different. But I have prepared myself for all eventualities. I've never been happy, and that is why I have moved into an apartment now, where I feel so comfortable and safe, should I say.
You know, I was in the morning, I was loading a truck again, and there was a truck driver, and we just spoke about, before the forklift came, we spoke about the general way how he's driving a car or a truck for 19 years. And he said, I just make a joke. Do you want the robot to drive the truck automatic? And he said, I don't want it. I have it. And it was already built in. He said his engine or the AI or what it's inside can drive through a village without him to have hands on the steering wheel. I was surprised because I didn't know that it's all already included. And it reminds me on a moment when 2 weeks ago I need to buy a new phone because my old one was outdated and it doesn't work well anymore. And the only criteria or the main criteria which I have was I do not want to AI filled phone. It was very difficult because almost all the phones which are being in offer today has have some AI features included. So I bought older Motorola phone, and of course, because there is Android, there is Google, so there is partly AI, but it's not included in the engine itself. And I have such a good feeling when I work with it that it's me who decided, and this is why maybe I am not looking for backup of myself or for an opportunity to wake up again. I am sure you give during your life, you give a lot of interviews, and there is a common question. If you have to the opportunity to advise your younger I something, what will be your advice?
If I, sorry, can you repeat that again? Gender? What?
Yes, if you can advise your younger Dr. Ash,
Yes.
what will be the advice?
Very good question. The advice for them, so far as I'm concerned, is that never be scared of technology, or don't be scared of artificial intelligence, or don't be scared of using a new phone like you've just mentioned, because you'll get over whatever fright you have. Uh, just be patient. And I keep telling people who I talk about artificial intelligence, for example, I use voice typing. Lots of people don't use voice typing, and it's very quick, very efficient for me. So artificial AI is just uh, a normal tool to me. It's like MS Word, or like your gallery, or your camera on your phone. You don't use it word for word, but you just look uh, into whatever is written, and you change it according to your own thought process, your own thinking. That's the way I take technology as it has come to me today.
Um, I am sure you have seen or you have heard about the movie Matrix, which was one of the, I will say, uh, groundbreaking movies made 30 years ago already, quite a long time ago. And there is an episode in the first one or a part where the hero wake up in this huge machine where all of the bodies are lying inside the tanks and they are filled with whatever. And he wake up. Uh, there is not clear whether it's morning or evening. It's just he wakes up because the tanks are inside some silo or whatever. Do you think that some people feel or fear to wake up in the morning because of all these fears which you just described?
Yes, I do believe that the morning is sacred. When I say sacred, because you get used to the noise, you get used to the light, and it is that slow attitude of yours. You may yawn, you are awake finally, and you're getting used to the humdrum sounds of life around you, or maybe it's very silent. So, like you might be stretching to hope that all is well with you. But as the day goes on from the morning, you actually find that things become clearer as you go along. And therefore, that is the time um to reflect on what happened yesterday or what happened before. And then the light is clearer to you. The morning has dawned. You must go on.
I have mentioned during the short break where you have not been connected that you are the founder of the Foundation for World Peace, which I'm honored to be the co founder. And regarding that, I would like to ask you, do you think that in this very important process of establishing the world peace, we are in the morning time or we are at the dawn, so the night is coming, or we are in the morning?
We are in the twilight of our lives, and that gives me a very sad feeling because um, I think we have lived a full life, both you and I. But sadly, um, as you mentioned, the Foundation for World Peace happened very suddenly when I saw a dove on my balcony. And then I took myself away from my normal work life to think about the dove. It was a sign of peace for me. And I thought very carefully. I see that dove virtually every morning, Michael, and it appears to look at me straight through the window, sitting on the balcony. And I promise you, it gives me a very difficult feeling because I don't see peace anywhere in the world. And that is why I've talked about twilight. Um, I would not go into darkness. I think I mentioned to you when I was uh, beginning the foundations for the Foundation of World Peace that Trump is coming as the next president. He was not elected. And being a philosopher and analyzing the political situation at the same time, and hearing all the noise of my students telling me as to what was happening all around in the world, I told them, I said, be quiet. Let this man come in, and you will see peace. And that is when I saw this dove on the balcony, and I thought to myself, and I said, well, that is what we must start. And you and I thought about the World for Foundation for World Peace or whatever it was, but we finally decided on FWP, or Foundation for World Peace. And after that, I've been at loggerheads through, I had two think tanks at the same time. And I've been at loggerheads through diplomatic channels, the very best diplomatic channels. And you'll be surprised to know that Pakistan was in the darkness, and Pakistan has come into the light right now as one of the most forward moving states where Trump has not only got elected, but he has actually turned around and he has said, where's the field marshal? Uh, Now, the field marshal is Field Marshal Asim Munir, who is the chief of army staff. And Trump had actually mentioned that he had stopped the war between India and Pakistan. It's a 4 day war, which could have turned into a nuclear war. And where very recently our Prime Minister was brought forward in front of 20 world leaders and was actually um uh, that's where Trump turned around and he said, President Trump turned around and he said, uh, well, would you like to say something? So you see, Pakistan has been pushed right up to the front. And that's where I am sitting right now, and you are sitting here. We both thought about the Foundation for World Peace. And I mentioned to you, there was no sign of Trump coming as president. He is now president, and he is actually going after peace. There is peace in the Middle East, and now he's also trying for peace in the Ukraine, which is very important to you. I see darkness, sadly. That's why I talk about twilight uh, in Europe, and I do not uh, see something very good for you from that angle because I'm sorry to say that President Putin doesn't want to talk, but he will come to the table, and let's hope that that twilight might be, it might turn into a darkness, a dark night, but I hope somehow, I believe in miracles, and I do hope that another morning will dawn with peace.
Dr. Ash, thank you very much for the words. We have less than 2 minutes left, and it was fascinating conversation. Of course, you know the recordings when I speak with Bill and Kevin. You know that when there will be four of us, it will be much more interesting because we have four perspectives to put on the table. But it was a fascinating discussion, and I am happy you was available today because otherwise it will be for the first time when none of them can join me. And you and me, we don't believe in coincidence. And this is why I'm so happy that you are here. You shared your insight. And I do believe that even those who really don't like mornings will see a bigger perspective from today's on when they listen to our conversation. And they will see that morning, when there is a meaningful life waiting for us, our task, it's something good. So I would like to thank you. Have a nice time. Free of waste and wasting in all its forms. Stay safe, be free, be human, and let your morning be beautiful, and the dove will be there waiting for you, giving you the power and strength to deliver the change. Thanks a lot. And see you next
Thank
week.
you very much.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'll see you next week also. Goodbye and take care of yourself. Look after yourself.
You too.
And have a good morning. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.